What's going on, guys? Mr. T66 here. Thought I'd do something a little different today. I figured I would go through my old comic book collection from when I was a kid. You know, as you can see, I have a whole bunch of newer stuff right here, and maybe someday I'll get to showing you guys all this. But for right now, I'm just going to concentrate on the stuff I had when I was a kid. So, without further ado, let's check out the box. This box, as you can tell, is very old. It's, you know, frayed on the end, you know, it's fallen apart, but surprisingly enough, it still holds all my books. It's still solid on the bottom. But I've had this for it has to be close to 30 years. I remember when I got it for Christmas. My parents got it for me, and they had a bunch of like a collection, sort of a variety of different Marvel comics. That's kind of how I did it for a long time. I would just buy variety packs. Maybe not the greatest way to do it, but you know, it didn't matter. I just loved reading them. So it's all beaten up. It's got one flap is missing on the one flap is missing on this side right here. And so let's go ahead and open her up, and I'll show you some of what I used to read when I was a young lad. Let's see. Ooh, we've got Spawn, of course. Absolutely fantastic. Sort of a forgotten comic book, I guess you could say, from the Silver, no, not even the Silver, the 90s, you know, Todd McFarlane did a lot of, did this, and, you know, pretty cool stuff. I would absolutely check this out. If you're a younger person, you probably don't remember Spawn. He sort of faded away into obscurity, you know, it's really too bad. Let's see what else we got here. More Spawn, yes, I was a big Spawn fan. I actually had some collections back in the day, so there's another issue. It's basically about a guy who comes back to who makes a deal with the devil to come back to see his wife, but he comes back all deformed and everything like that, and he's basically a hellspawn, and I don't know, it's pretty cool stuff. Let's see what else we got here. Ooh, Batman, you know, Bruce Wayne 1, The Hood. Oh, the Red Hood, yeah, okay, I don't think I've ever even I don't remember even reading this one, actually, to be quite honest with you. Maybe I should actually read this one. Seems like it's pretty cool, but yeah, that's some Batmans in here. I mostly have DC, or Marvel, because I was more Marvel than DC, so there's X-Men, there's Rogue and Gambit, their doomed love affair. We got another one right here, X-Men issue 300. I wonder if this is worth anything. This is in, I'd say, adequate shape. It's not the greatest, but Fire in the Sky, God, I remember that movie. There's an old school. That's about a real... As you can see, it says based on a true story. It's supposedly. I mean, the guy Travis Walton supposedly was abducted by a UFO back in 1975, and of course they've accused him of fabricating the whole thing. All his friends who clearly saw it. So you know, who knows? Ninjak. This was. I remember the title of this one. That's a trippy image, though. Wow, like a skull, like spewing water on a guy. I think it's about I mean, obviously it's probably about a ninja. I haven't read a lot of these in a really long time, but cool stuff. Oh god, Super Nintendo. Yeah, this is how old this shit is. There's Super Nintendo ads in here. What's on the back here? Oh god, T2, the arcade game. Fuck me, I'm old. We got Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future. Oh, people my age will probably be the only ones who will remember this. It was this terrible, like, low-budget TV show back in I think it was the late 80s or something. It's about a guy, well, Captain Power. I barely remember it. I remember liking this issue, though. This is cool stuff. He fights an evil, sort of, like, robot-type, you know, villain. I truly don't remember very much about it, I'm sorry to say. Just pulling this out and looking at it, so it's good stuff. But if you want to laugh, look up Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future. You'll crack up so bad. Doom 2099. Oh, the 2099 series. I remember this. I have a few first issues of this book. They did, like, I think they did Hulk, Spider-Man. I think what else? I think they did a few original characters. But yeah, this one is pretty cool. I wonder if this is worth any money. So, I mean, some of these are in decent shape. Some of them are in crappy shape, I'd say. Like, this is okay. It's got some tears on the bottom, so I'd say it's, I don't know, maybe fair to good, maybe. I mean, I'd have to have a collector come and, like, really look at this. I'm sure he probably would say, no, this is shit, but... What if Cable had destroyed the X-Men? Yeah, this was a great series. Marvel did a series called What If. They would say, well, what if Wolverine, I don't know, didn't have his claws? Or just, it's basically alternate realities of different Marvel characters. This is the only one I have, I believe. I like this one a lot, though, because he murders all the X-Men. Even I think Wolverine is the only one who kills him, which is pretty cool. Spoiler warning, if anyone cares. X-Factor. Okay, I don't believe I've ever read this one. For some reason, I just never liked anything other than the X-Men. I guess it was, you know, a little snotty of me, but some of these I've actually never read, believe it or not. Technology. Let's look at the ads on here. What's all this? Oh, I don't know what this is. Here's a secret to making Nickelodeon video. Oh, God. Oh, my God. You remember the VHSs for all the Nickelodeon shows? Ugh. I'm old. Mantra. This was an interesting one. This is about, like, from what I remember, this is about a warrior who comes back in the form of a woman. Like, that's, like, his soul was in a woman's body, and, like, the hilarity that ensues. I don't remember that. You know, again, just sort of flipping through and showing you guys this stuff. Nothing special. Hard case. Who was this made by? Ultraverse. God, that sounds like one of the, like, all the movie universes that they're trying to do nowadays. Because losing sucks. Well, yeah. Super advantage. Well, yeah, you have the advantage now. Hulk. And this is, I believe this one is when Hulk was a little smarter. When he was Smart Hulk. So all the people who bitch and whine and complain about the latest MCU, about Avengers Endgame, oh, why does Hulk turn smart? He was always smart. Or there were portions of the storyline where he was smart. So shut up. It's in the books. And just leave it at that. Avengers. Oh yeah, I remember this one. This one is mostly about Vision. He basically wanders through their headquarters and talks to the various people and can't understand emotions. It's actually one of the more memorable ones I've read. Oh God, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Ugh, crazy. Vision was always an interesting character, though. I think the movies did him a lot of justice. I can't wait to see the new show, WandaVerse. Hopefully that ever comes out. Oh, the X-Men Pizza Pack. All my people my age will remember this one. When the X-Men cartoon series was on the air, the Pizza Hut had a pizza pack, and you got comics right there. Very fucking cool. Yeah, here. X-Men Classic. Okay, these are old school X-Men stories from the 80s, I believe, reprinted. I remember this one. I forget who was chasing who. Oh, God, there you go. Saved by the Bell, the college years. How fucking old is that? How many people remember that? It didn't even last a full season. Ravage 2099. I think this was an original character. I'm not really sure exactly, but pretty cool stuff. Candyman. There's an old school one right there. From what I remember, it's about a businessman who, like, becomes a vigilante or gets driven underground for some reason. I can't quite remember. Yeah, no, there's a theme here. I can't quite remember. Sorry, guys. I haven't read these in a long time. Independence Day. Yes, the tie-in comic book. This one actually takes place before the film. So it shows Randy Quaid's character actually encountering the aliens, and I thought it was a pretty cool read. I like Independence Day. The sequel, not so much. Ghost Rider, self-explanatory. Didn't have very many Ghost Rider comics, actually. But this one was pretty cool. I'm just going to, you know, show you a bunch of cool images and stuff like that if you're really that interested. I'm sure probably everyone's turned it off by now, like, boring. Hang out here. The New Warriors. Number 41. Wow, it's actually in a sleeve, or a cape, or what we call it, a slip-on. I forget the technical name for this, but maybe I won't open it. Yeah. Oh, shit. I doubt it's worth anything. Bartman! Yeah! I remember this. Simpsons comics. They might even still be being published, but yeah, this is basically a quasi-superhero. Yeah. So when I was a kid, I started drawing on stuff. What can I say? I was like 12 or whatever, or not even that, but yeah, I started drawing. There's a few of these Simpsons comics where I actually drew all over the things. It's just kind of embarrassing, but what can I do? And we got, oh, a cover, and that's it, of X-Men. This clearly has fallen apart. It's Coneheads, yeah, consume mass quantities. A very funny and enjoyable film. It flopped, and I don't quite know why. The Meteor Man, oh boy. Kids, they've been making superhero movies for a long time, and this... I don't think I've ever actually seen the entire film, but from what I remember, it wasn't very good. But, you know, it was 93? 94? Somewhere about there, so, you know, that is what it is. X Factor, Random versus Polaris. Again, didn't read X Factor that much, so I don't really have much, football stuff in comic books? That's an interesting place to put that, but okay, sure. Shadow of the Bat. Okay, Bruce Wayne, A Day in the Death of an English Village. I'm sure a bunch of hardcore fans will probably be like, I know that one, why don't you know that one? Blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, okay? I just haven't read these in a while. That's good stuff right there. Daredevil, Fall from Grace. Okay. Didn't have that many Daredevil stuff either. And yeah, Brock's Rocks. Yeah, I remember those candies. Good stuff, good stuff. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Got more basketball stuff. You asked for more mutant action. You got it. The world's coolest series keeps getting hotter. Oh, the home video. Oh, God. I think this is the X-Men cartoon show. That is freaking hilarious. Now that it's all on Disney. The Secret Defenders. Now, there's a weird combination right there. Doctor Strange, the Scarlet Witch, Spider-Man, and Captain America. I don't know how... Like, who thinks of these, like, of these ideas? I mean, it's an interesting idea, and I do remember this issue being really interesting. But, man, those are some different kind of characters to put together. But rock on for whoever did it. So, Purge, or Purg. This was a Lightning Comics. This was about a guy who basically went around and, like, he didn't actually kill them. He just purged their spirit or something like that. And, like, yeah... Please, no. I'm not exactly sure what he does in these books, but okay. He, like, takes the evil away from them, I believe. You know, their evil tendencies or something like that. This is an independent one. I found this one kind of interesting. The Legion of Superheroes. Yeah, this is a... Does it have a issue number? Well, it's $1. Wow. This one is actually one of the only ones that still has a cardboard backing on the back, so... I've always wondered if this one's worth anything. Somehow I doubt it, but... I should check into this, because this one's in... I don't know if it's in prime condition, but it's in okay condition. What we got here? Simpsons Mania. Oh, God. This is when the show first came out. It basically talks about how the show was made, you know, all the voice acting. Look at that shit. Look how old that is. Oh, what year is this? 1990. Oh, God. That's old school. Wonder Man. A very cool book about... I don't even know. Wonder Man. Because he was apparently wonderful. I just remember he was a being made of energy. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yep, there it says it all right there. He's a being of energy. Captain America. Starring Silver Sable. I'm waiting for all these characters to make an appearance on the big screen. I can't wait. Because Marvel owns pretty much all these characters, so I'm sure we're going to see all of them eventually. Alright, so I'm going to break this video up in a couple of different parts, because I don't want it to go on for too long, so stay tuned for part 2.